Influencer Danielle Bernstein called off her wedding to her fiance due to a prenup. Here's the story. Danielle Bernstein, founder of We Wore What, has officially ended her engagement to Cooper Wiseman. Danielle shared a statement saying there was no big dramatic reason, just that they weren't the right forever, asking for privacy and grace. But according to reports, first surfaced by Page 6, the wedding had been put on hold weeks earlier, allegedly over a prenuptial agreement. Here's the context. Danielle is one of the most successful fashion influencers today. A New Yorker reportedly earning up to $15,000 per Instagram post. And while we don't know what she makes, suffice to say it's substantial. Cooper, on the other hand, works as director of tenant representation at Newmark in New York City. Online speculation suggests Danielle wanted to keep all post-marital income, including revenue tied to wedding content, honeymoon content, and future family-related brand deals. And Cooper objects. He feels that if those deals exist specifically because of the relationship, he deserves a cut. And legally, that argument isn't crazy. If brand deals are tied directly to the wedding or the marital relationship, a spouse may be entitled to share in that income unless a prenup clearly says otherwise. So what do you think? Is Danielle right to keep the brand deal earnings since she built the platform and landed the deals? Or does Cooper also deserve a share because those deals were tied to their relationship? You let us know what you think in the comments.
Usually, I make fun of people for not getting a prenup when they're in a situation where they should get a prenup. In this case, she should get the prenup, but you got to make sure the prenup is fair if you're the other party. And I feel like if the shoe were on the other foot, he would compromise and share that revenue, because at the end of the day, the revenue is coming in because you guys are getting married. So she wanted to profit off of him and not share that revenue. That's selfish. It's so selfish that a lot of the women in the comment section of the original video are actually siding with the man. They're like, yo, she's greedy. Like, this is messed up. She calls off the wedding because she doesn't want to share the revenue, which that revenue is coming from them being together. That's weird.
I mean, if you're doing stuff on your own, then, you have an argument there. But if you're doing content that specifically involves him, like he's got to be there, then why would he not deserve some of that? You wouldn't be able to do it without him. Well, I'll just go get another man. You wouldn't be able to do it without that man. It's marital. It's wedding content.
Who's Sabrina, Ethan?
Give me my phone.
No. So who is she?
Look under the name.
I did. The other woman.
It says engagement planner.
Sure, you're nervous. That's guilt.
I'm nervous because you explode first, not because I cheat.
You've been smiling at your phone all week.
Because I was building something, quietly.
With her.
With us.
I went to that address. I handled your setup.
Define handled.
Flowers ripped. Candles kicked. Sign broken.
You destroyed the proposal.
Proposal?
I wasn't hiding a mistress. I was hiding a future you just ruined.
Stop. Prove it.
Receipts. Planner contract, deposit paid, venue booked, your favorite flowers, your song. This was for you.
Ethan, I'm sorry. Please, one chance.
You didn't ask. You assumed.
I love you.
Love without trust is control. Feelings are a reaction. Trust is a decision. Destruction is a confession.
Would you tell your friend that they ugly? Because I think the problem is, right? The problem is a lot of y'all hype y'all ugly ass friends up and y'all be making them feel good. And so when y'all be like, hey, y'all be like, y'all call a nigga, you be like, hey man, you got a friend for my friend? When we as men, when y'all tell us that, we assess the situation a little differently. We look at our dogs and be like, okay, do he really get hoes? Is he the type of nigga that could, you know what I'm saying? We don't judge our friends and be like, oh, like he look like, we just know like that nigga gets some hoes. He could probably help me complete this mission. But y'all will literally hype y'all ugly ass friend and be like, oh no, she cute. That's a bad bitch.
Oh my God.
What's good?
My earring. Sorry. I've lost my earring. Thank you.
Where are all the women screaming sexual harassment?
Last I checked, a delivery driver walked into a house that didn't belong to her and saw a naked man sleeping on his own couch, and she tried to play the victim card. Meanwhile, you have people women literally ordering food to flash the drivers that show up with their sexual bits. And you don't think that this is a problem. This is a huge issue in the female mind, where a man can do something incredibly tiny, simple, doesn't mean anything, and they will immediately want to degrade and harass that man and label him to be a monster. Meanwhile, they will actively expose themselves or watch other women doing this behavior and literally glorifying it or choosing to dismiss it as not a big deal. Women will literally protect women to the point where they will see a woman literally committing a heinous, grotesque, disgusting act, and they will still side with the woman or decide to look the other way so they don't have to hold them accountable, while literally calling men disgusting, gross pigs. Let me put this into perspective for you. Anytime there's a famous man doing a show, doing a concert, there is always a woman flashing her tits. Anytime there is a female woman doing her concert, you don't see men taking their cocks out. You don't see men flashing pictures of their cock to the woman on stage, right? So why do you think that men are the disgusting, grotesque ones, when in actuality, you just dilute yourself and choose to stay delusional to have a misrepresentation of what the world actually is? Women are the most sexually devious creatures on this planet. Women are the ones that walk around with butt plugs inside them so they can be sexually stimulated in public around children. Women are the ones that quite literally expose themselves to other people constantly when they're attracted. Women SA and SH men that they enjoy looking at constantly. If you have a muscular, shirtless man, they will literally force themselves to touch that body without permission. Women will look the other way when they see other women assaulting men because, well, you got to stand up for women. Now, we all know I'm not talking about real women. I'm talking about bitches. But the point is, at the end of the day, bitches are quite literally the most disgusting, grotesque people in the world. And the way you can tell is they always project who they are onto others. So if a woman is saying that you're a disgusting pig, she's usually talking about herself.
Take it easy, brother. Listen to me about women, all right? I've been in this world almost 64 years, and I promise you I know a hell of a lot more than you do. Don't trust in anything tomorrow. You're with her today. Drop the scratch, make her happy, and lay down with her, bone her like there was no tomorrow. You don't know about tomorrow. You don't know about next week. And you can't with women because they have access. Did you hear me? They have access to men all over the world. Dubai, Colorado, okay, Florida, Poland. I don't care where it is. They have access to every goddamn man in the world. And you never know what she's going to do because women are hypergamous. They are looking for the highest value guy that they can get. And if they don't feel that that's you, they're going to bounce. So get what you can today, be happy, and call it a day. Have a great day, brother. Love you guys.
Why he feels as though you're a pick-me.
Okay, so I feel like he's a panderer because he's the type of man that reaps the benefits of the bad behaviors he enables, in specifically black women. So yes, he'll attend the slut walk for the women, but the women are there to promote being sluts. That's not cute. That's not something you should want your woman or a woman you're dealing with to stand for. But he'll go there and pick up the women there because he's okay with that. He's not the one holding up a sign, but he's going to deal with the women that are doing things of that nature. So he enables the bad behaviors and reaps the benefits of that. Wow. And that's why he keeps promoting it. He promotes it because he wants to reap those benefits every time. He wants the coochie, but they're not going to just give it to him just because he agrees with us all the time. If you want to be technical, a panderer is a male pick-me. You're just a pick-me in a male version. You want to be picked by women. You want women to throw their coochie at you because you agree and enable the bad behaviors of women. You're part of the problem. I don't like men like you. So that's why I said it.
Oh, stop, y'all. Everybody's...
So I think she was talking to the dude down there in the bottom right. I think It's name the dream, thy dream. She was talking to him apparently earlier on in the show. He had said some stuff and she was responding to it, right? There are a lot of women out here that will clap their hands like a seal when you say something that they like, but they not actually gonna, respect you for that, to be honest. Like oh yeah, this is what I was saying. What were you saying? Because what he's saying and what you're saying is both wrong. Y'all both need to be held accountable. Period.
The female equivalent of a man laying their hands on another woman in a relationship is when a woman says something so out of pocket, you're like, if you were a man, you 2000% would have just slapped me in the face right there. What do I mean by this? Okay, so I've always heard the line, and of course, domestic violence, horrible, terrible act, but I've always heard the line where women are like, look at all the men that are doing it. I'm like, you do realize, like, there's a lot of women that I guarantee you, if they weren't women and they didn't realize that, like, they can't get away with that, they would have done it. A perfect example of this is, I once had a girl who had a best friend, okay? It was a girl that I broke up with, okay? We weren't really dating, but it was just a girl that, I no longer wanted to partake in relations with. And it was widely known that at my college, okay, I've talked about it here before, I used to have to sleep in my car. I was homeless for a few years, and everyone at my college knew that. I made a video of me talking in my car, and then this girl's best friend commented and said something along the lines of, are you in your car because your family doesn't love you enough to give you a home? This was all said because I didn't want to date her friend. And you're telling me that same girl, if she was in a relationship with a man who broke up with her and actually did a couple things wrong, you're telling me if that woman wasn't a man, she wouldn't have been one of those abusive husbands. Because in my personal opinion, I think a lot of women obviously don't have the physical constraints to do anything. When they get angry, they say the craziest out-of-pocket stuff, things that you were so scared or personal to tell. They will bring that up because what else are they going to do to hurt you? More of the story here is I can agree, trust me, domestic violence is wrong, but let's not act like there's a portion of women out there that when they're talking about your dead mother, they wouldn't have slapped you in the face if they were a man. But that's just my opinion. But what do you think?
Here's why I do not believe in holding women accountable if you're dating. Listen, by you doing that, all it's doing is proving to her that you're not select. Okay, listen, the only guys that have to quote unquote hold women accountable or verbally state how you want to be treated or verbally state the expectations in the relationship. Listen, she doesn't have a desire for you in the first place, which is why she's treating you that way. If she actually had true genuine desire for you, if she actually categorized you as a man with true masculine temperament, or if you were just the type of guy that she actually wanted, you wouldn't have to verbalize anything. The only guys that have to hold women accountable is men who have had bad experiences with women because they're not chosen. So you think that you're showing backbone and you're showing masculinity by, verbally stating what you think is tolerated in that relationship or not. But all you're doing is basically digging yourself a hole verbally, because all you're doing is proving to her why she should not be with you in the first place. You are literally proving to her why you are not the type of guy that she would want to be with. There is zero point in holding women accountable for anything, because listen, when she genuinely likes you, oh, it's funny how every time she just picks up the phone without you having to double call. Oh, funny how she just text messages back every single time without you having to double text. Oh, funny how she just wants to say good night and good morning and I love you all the time without you doing anything or saying anything. All of these guys are trying to essentially negotiate desire. And listen, she either likes you or she doesn't. If she does not like you, you need to spend a couple years making yourself more attractive until you're the type of guy that she has the hots for. But until then, I'm sorry, but you're going to be another one of these guys constantly trying to hold them accountable, and it ain't going to get you anywhere. You will never find a single dude on planet Earth, I think, ever. This is my opinion, but you're never going to find a dude on planet Earth, in my opinion, whoever is going to call up his best friend and say, yeah, man, I held her accountable and I logically told her exactly what I wanted. And yeah, she totally agreed and is just sweet to me now. Dude, that is not how this works. Check out the link in the description of my bio. I'm going to help you learn, understand, and master the language of women.
If that woman don't like you, you need to move around. you need to absolutely communicate your boundaries. Period. End of story. Now, if you got to reiterate to this woman, hey, this is what it is, because sometimes people don't know. You're going to get into a relationship and they not going to know what you want to do. When do you want to eat dinner? When do you want to leave for a specific event? They only going to be thinking about the life that they live, the way they do things, how they grew up. So yeah, you definitely need to say, hey, usually at this time I go ahead and lock my doors, or I do this and I do that. Because some women, because of the world the man built, they be living footloose and fancy free. they don't be paying attention to a whole lot of stuff. Now, I'm not saying she be out there in the streets doing whatever. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is there are absolutely a lot of things you're going to have to communicate when you're in a relationship. And that's going to be boundaries, expectations, wants, desires, needs. You're not going to get away from that at all. If you expect her just to know, she's not. You need to start opening up your mouth and talking to her, having conversations and discussions about it. And you don't need to be going in there hollering and screaming. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Not all the time. You might be frustrated because you didn't ask somebody to do something multiple times, right? But you're definitely going to have a discussion about it, right? So, no, I understand where he's coming from, but you definitely gonna have to have some conversation.
I'm not going to get a job because I take care of our children. The kids are at school for 8 hours a day. I'm just so sick and tired of being with a broke person, honestly. All of our friends have so much more money than us. Their houses are nicer. They have nicer things. I've been telling you for years that I want you to pamper me. I deserve to be treated like I'm a queen, and you're not doing that.
I work all day, every day. I provide you with this fucking place, right?
But it's not enough.
Then get a job too.
I'm not going to get a job because I take care of our children.
The kids are at school for 8 hours a day. What are you taking care of?
The man of the house is to be taking care of your family, to provide for your family. I should not have to do any of that. I take care of our kids. I am not. This is why I had to create a Tinder.
Yeah, no, that's not why you created a Tinder.
Yes, it is.
No.
Then tell me why I created a Tinder.
Because you're a hoe.
No, I'm not. I created a Tinder because my husband doesn't make enough money.
They start making money and they say they don't need us no more.
I don't need a man, but I want a man. And those are two very different things. That's why I was asking what it was you've heard and seen, because I can tell you right now, I don't need a man. But the thing is that as a companion, that is what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to be there that I can talk to. I'm not trying to kick you with my home. You want to come lay in my house, in my bed with me? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So I think that a lot of times, I don't know if women saying that is necessarily a trauma response or
And I think that's definitely my point, that it's a trauma response, because they've probably had one too many.
That's the thing. I don't think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is. They probably had one too many bad situations, and it's just fuck man. I don't need any man for anything.
It does seem like that. Yeah, I agree.
Now, this only goes for the women who want kids. The moment you say you don't need a man and you want kids, you just contradicted yourself. Because no matter how you flip it, you're still going to need the man to conceive a child. So that was pointless. Yes, there are some women out there who say, I don't want a kid. But at the same time, I do think men are necessary for survival. Now, for her personally, she definitely needs a man because most of her stuff that she uses are man-made. If you think about it, the phone she has, you needed a man for that. The certain things she uses, I'm pretty sure she has a car. A man built that. So most of the things you're saying you don't need a man besides companionship, that's cool. But everything that benefits you in your life is made by a man. And I would say this, you need men to protect you from other men because you're not going to really beat up a man. And if you say, well, I'm going to go get a gun, who made the gun? Yeah. I think the better way to phrase it is like, I don't want a man. Saying you don't need a man, it's kind of crazy. Conclusion. Last girl was definitely right. A lot of women have trauma responses from having too much dicks. And this is why I say it's all bullshit when women say they have intuition because they can't intuition a man for shit. They pick bad men because they don't know what they want half the time. And they just base things off their feelings.
It's a great saying, but you still need a man. It's a great saying. Oh, I don't need a man, but you still need a man.
What more does the main guy get than the side piece?
For me, my main guy, he gets all of me. He gets my emotional side. Right. He gets my freaky side. He gets, whatever side that comes out. Like, he knows me like the back of his hand. Okay. So my side guy, I feel like my side guy only will get some. That's it.
That's all the fuck I wanted anyway. Think I want a motherfucker be in this motherfucker paying your bills, playing with your goddamn son, trying to teach his ass how to catch. I don't want to do that shit. I gotta pay your bills. You get the same way to this because he got to text you good morning, beautiful. Sign me up for the side guy package. I got $20 too. I'm over this motherfucker protecting and providing, being a positive male role model. You gonna get the same way to this because he showed you some attention? No, ma'am. You and the side gonna be back at the department. Hey, man, I don't want to be main no more. Sign me up for the side package.
I nigga gets less.
Yeah, he get the pussy, right?
Why not just break up with the main?
That's because they gotta pay bills. Break up with the main nigga, the provider, and the protector. They're gonna have to pay their bills, pay their car insurance, pay for their groceries, and they don't want to do that. So they're gonna chill and lay back in the bed back. Fellas, make sure you're not just protecting and providing for someone that does not love and care about you. Love yourself, fellas.
Black men will look from across the room all damn day.
Won't say nothing.
Won't say nothing. And I went to one of my friends. I don't know if you know Jack Daniels, not the liquor.
I used to know Jack Daniels in college.
But
I knew him better than I should have.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine of almost 20 years. He has a organization here called Good Man's Club. So he invited me to one of the events. So I went. So he was like, okay, friend, because everybody's trying to play matchmaker with me now that I've told them that my hormones under control and I'm ready to dive in. So he's trying to play matchmaker. What?
You had that shot again 8 times. You ready to dive in? Go.
You know what? Dad joke.
It was
So there was a guy there that he was on me all night. So he walked me to my car and Jack over in the corner like, yeah, he's a good one. He's a good one. He walks me to my car and we get to talking and then I leave. Jack calls like, how did it go? I said, with who? He said, the guy, because he was talking about you to me all night. I said, he walked me to my car. He said, so y'all didn't exchange numbers? I said, he didn't ask. So Jack went back in because Jack called me right from the event. He went back in and asked the guy, why you didn't ask her for your number? He said, well, I didn't want to press her the first time that I saw her. So the next time, there is no next time. So I find that the brothers will look all day.
With you.
They will look.
Pressure on her.
And that's, I love you said that. If a man doesn't apply pressure.
Hey, hold on one second. Let me talk to them. I'll be right back. Bruh, you heard what she just said, didn't you? Huh? You heard what she just said. I'm so tired of you being passive because that other relationship done talked that dog up out of you.
Yeah.
Huh? You got to get over there and start practicing in the grocery store. I'm talking about just go up to somebody and say, baby, you beautiful. Like, I ain't seen a beauty like this in a few years. What's your name? My name is... Like, you got to get out there and do what you have to do. See, young men ain't got as much trauma as you, so they like, hey, we out here having a good time. But fellas, you done got talked out of your bite. And women are looking for a man who's actually going to initiate the conversation. And social media done got you fooled, big dog. Like, getting on somebody comment and having big balls on that is so much different than walking to somebody and looking them right in the eye and tell them exactly what you think of them and what you need and what you want from them. So I want you just to do this. Listen, you heard the woman. She high-end, beautiful woman. She said them young boys coming over there with that bite. So get your bite right. Now back to my regularly scheduled program. April.
Yes, because I do like older men. I typically like a more mature man. But a lot of them
ain't biting.
They look. They will literally look, and they always very respectful and all of that. But I like a man that applies pressure.
If this was about 40, 50 years ago, even 20, even 10 years ago, I would not 10. If it was about 20 years ago, 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would understand what you're saying. But now in today's day and age, you can never really tell with modern women. I'm not saying that Miss Mason is a modern woman. I know the work she's done. I'm just saying he might not know her. he might not know what she's about. So he might say, well, I'm putting forth effort to walk you to your car so you know. In this day and age, you might have expected her to say, when will I see you again? Or am I going to see you again? Thank you so much for walking me to my car. You know, is this the last time that I'm going to see you? Because she might just be, hey, thank you for walking me to my car. That was a nice, gentlemanly thing to do. It was a chivalrous thing to do. And I don't like you like that. But, you know, thank you. In today's time, a man might walk into a car and say, so when can I see you again? Ooh, you think that I owe you something just because you walked me to my car? You think that I'm going to give you my nut? I thought you were just being, where are the boys at? Where are the gentlemen at? Oh, no, I just thought, you know, I was being a gentleman, but I wanted to see if we maybe get together sometime. That's what happens in today's modern society with a lot of these young ladies. They have an attitude, and so you're not sure, right? And that's what I talk about a lot of times. You got to start helping the men out. The man is putting his foot forward and walking you to your car. Maybe you can adapt and say something. So when are we going to get to connect again? Oh, I didn't know you wanted to connect. What you mean you didn't know? Well, I didn't know. Well, you know, today how ladies are, they don't really want you all up, all up over them like that. So, I didn't want to be, like he said, I didn't want to do too much. Oh, well, you ain't doing too much. If you ask for my number. Well, if that's the case, if you don't mind, I would like to get to know you a little bit more. Maybe take you out on a date. And I would, if you are willing, I would like to have your number. Okay, well, here it is. You got your phone? Take it out. You got to help. You got to adapt. You got to start helping people out.
Well, now what?
That bum ass shit.
Now you want jail.
How you just did that?
She set you up, man, and you fell for the okie doke. I try to tell brothers all the time, no need to cut up and act a fool, because you the fool. You got to allow her to be her. I come from where they say you can't turn a hoe to a housewife. Some of us can. I'm going to say this. You can't turn a player into a partner.
Yep. You need to been walking by that camera with your stuff in your hand and headed out the door.
That was a big thing too that kept coming up in the comments. Everybody was like, props to your
awesome.
wife
Yes.
for immediately jumping on your side. The title is, Am I the asshole for telling my father-in-law they won't ever be living with us? And story. Prior to my wife and I trying for our first, we spoke with both sets of parents, and they said that they asked if they would have any interest in helping with watching their grandkids until preschool starts. Both sets were over the moon. They were excited. All four are fully retired, and they all said absolutely. The plan was to trade off weeks so that they could know their schedule ahead of time for booking their own appointments. So wife gets pregnant, and around 10 weeks post-birth, she's getting ready to transition back to work. And her parents said that they've changed their minds and decided to travel more, and they want to enjoy their elder years. Okay. My parents did their absolute best to pick up in-laws slack, but daily childcare was too much with my wife and I working full time. So we ended up with my parents watching on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then we pay for childcare on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then my wife and I work half days on Fridays to handle that.
Okay.
With my parents taking the Friday whenever we needed them to. They're incredible. It was very frustrating to have in-laws say one thing and do the opposite. In 6 years, they've never once watched any of our kids for a single day. So my wife and I bought a house about a week ago, and they're over here checking it out as we're unboxing. And my father-in-law sees this house has a first floor master with a full bath. He turns to mother-in-law and says, "Oh, thank God, we won't have to do stairs." I said, "Come again?" Mill, mother-in-law, says of my wife and her 2 siblings, we are doing by far the best, and it would make the most sense for them to live with us, as they're in their 70s and a house is becoming too much for them already. I audibly laughed hard and loud and said, hell would freeze before you live here, which was met by shock from both of them. I explained that when we needed their help, they turned their backs, so we were simply doing the same. My wife agreed. She expressed how expensive and how difficult it was with zero help from one side of our village. That was their call, but we were now returning the favor. They're incredibly upset and hurt over this revelation. Were we the assholes for this stance? I don't think so at all, but if the votes are a bloodbath, I'll reconsider as we have the space.
I don't know if I would have said I'm returning the favor, but no, unless it's some sort of extenuating circumstance, no. Number one. Number 2, you weren't even asking. You were telling us that's what you were going to do. Are you crazy? Are you insane? No. And then, yeah. Y'all decided to leave us high and dry when y'all said, yeah, we'll do this. Y'all could have at least come back every so often and taken this shift. Because y'all said y'all would, but y'all decided, no, we gonna do whatever we want, which is your right to do that. But now, when we unbox it and we got this house, well, it's my right to do whatever I want to in the house that I pay bills in.
Somebody in this car took a Keisha K.R. pill and couldn't hold it till she got home and shit in the parking lot of a car lot.
What?
Somebody in this car drove over the curb because they was looking at somebody throw up on the ground.
You gotta pronunciate. God damn, bitch.
Somebody in this car still talk to their ex.
Somebody in this car got a whole bunch of niggas, but claims she got one. Somebody in this car go on multiple vacations with different niggas. Somebody in this car swear they in love, but get a new nigga next week.
Somebody in this car just cheated on their boyfriend a few weeks ago.
I don't know how much lower society can go.
Somebody in this car loves married men.
Somebody in this car just got fucked last night.
Somebody in this car got fucked outside of Hobby Lobby. Somebody in this car love truck drivers.
Somebody in this car ain't got no man at all.
Somebody in this car go with women. Somebody in this car love jailbirds.
First of all, I'm overstimulated by the big old eyelashes and all this damn yellow.
Somebody in this car don't have no hair under their wigs. Somebody in this car love kicking down doors.
Somebody in this car loves taking inmate calls.
Hey, excuse me. I'm having a really bad day. Can I have a hug?
I don't hug strangers.
Why?
I just don't.
Do I look dirty?
No, you don't.
Just no hug?
No hug, sorry.
Okay, have a good day. Guess he's too busy to give me a hug. My boyfriend just broke up with me. Can I have a hug? Why? I guess I'm not good enough to get a hug. Excuse me, can I have a hug?
No, sorry.
Why?
I don't know you.
But my boyfriend just broke up with me.
Sorry.
Okay, have a good day. I guess he doesn't care that my boyfriend just broke up with me. Excuse me, sir, can I have a hug?
Why do you want a hug?
My boyfriend broke up with me today.
Please film it. I guess. Sure, I'll give you a hug.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so what made you want to be so nice to give me a hug today?
Well, I had a lot of good things happen today, so I guess I should just continue to spread that positive energy. And yeah, that's why I give you a hug.
That's awesome. So because you gave me a hug today, I'm actually gonna bless you up and give you $10,000.
Wait, what? For me?
Yeah.
This money's for me?
Yeah.
Wait, holy fuck. Oh my god, I knew I recognized you before. Wait, I follow you.
Do you actually?
Wait, I actually do follow you. Wait, let me show you.
Show me.
Wait, this is your account, right?
Yes.
I told you I follow your brand.
Yeah. Show the camera.
Oh my god, thank you so much for the money. I'm gonna go bless somebody up with it.
All right, follow if you want to give me a hug.
No, and why would he? I don't know you. You are a stranger. You're a stranger. I do not know you, ma'am.
I'm sorry, but my son will not be dating a black girl. He will not. Because yesterday we went to Six Flags, and when I tell you the pure level of disgust that I saw in these black girls that you independent queens are raising is purely disgusting and disturbing. I literally left early because my kids were looking like, what the hell is going on? And this is in the Bay Area, California. These girls, all of them, unsupervised, in packs, unsupervised. No supervision. Just running amok in the theme park. Multiple fucking fights break out. Multiple. And I'm just like, okay, the police have to start patrolling the fucking park because because these little bitches couldn't keep their hands to themselves. One little bitch about 12 years old talking about some, oh, fuck Jeremy, his small anyway, don't want to meet me. What do you mean it's small anyway? Girl, you are 12 to 13 years old. And then these other girls like, oh, boo, boo, boo. And these dudes like, y'all are hella chopped. It wasn't even the black boys. It was the girls. The girls was fighting multiple fucking fights. Fucking parking lot shut down for fucking them little motherfuckers fighting. And then this white lady asked her not to talk like that. Her and her friends trying to fight the white lady. I'm like, just no self-respect, no fucking home training. And I see white, and I seen a lot of, when I seen the black boys with the white girls coupled up looking cute, I seen the Mexican kids, I seen the Asian, only ones outside acting a fucking ass was the black girls. And I'm specifically saying black girls. There was no black boys acting the ass. It was the black fucking girl. Oh, fuck that bitch, she bumped into me. You are 16 years old. Calm down. When I tell you, you bitches are raising little miniature fucking single fucking baby mamas. That's what the fuck y'all raising. Because them little motherfuckers don't respect them.
Now, one thing I'm not going to do is try to correct somebody on what they want to teach their own kids. So if she wants to teach her sons not to date black women or make her sons not date black women, that's her and her household. I could give a mad fuck. I just want to talk about the topic. Ain't my business. I don't even know this chick. First and foremost, I don't want to do that with my kids. I'm not a race person. Like, I talk about a lot of racial things because you guys send me videos and I have an opinion and I'm just shedding light on it. But I don't have like a racial preference for my children to date. My son can date whoever he wants. You know what I mean? I don't care. My biggest thing is if the woman doesn't respect you, she's disrespectful, she puts her hands on you, she cheats on you, she gaslights, she takes no accountability, she wants you to pay for everything and she doesn't contribute to nothing. Those are going to be things that I'm going to have to look at and go, you know what? Maybe this might not be the person for you. Her integrity and the way she handles things is going to make me know she's a good person for you. But again, I don't want to be that mother that's overbearing with my son to the point where he hates me. I would love to have a good relationship with my son. I don't have a son, but I would love to have a relationship with my future son and his, girlfriend. I would love to be able to teach her how to cook, teach her things, especially if she don't have a mom. I want her to feel welcome in my home. Back to what she's saying though. Do I agree that there are certain black women that act a certain type of way? Of course. Where do you think the term ghetto and all that shit comes from and ratchet? But here's my thing. From somebody who grew up deep in LA and now I don't live in those areas anymore. I live in a nice area. I see rich, nice black people all the time. And I say black people. When I was younger, I did not see that. I seen chaotic black people, but I also seen chaotic Hispanic people. I also seen chaotic Samoan people because you're in the hood and that's just how you act. Makes sense? It's like surviving, you get jumped, people fucking, hey, run me your pockets. Let me see your chain. You're going to defend yourself. You're going to have more survival skills. That's probably where I got my strong demeanor and where I got like my fighting demeanor. Not something that I'm proud of, but it's something you do to protect yourself, I'm going to be honest with you. I really think that when you move around to better areas, you don't really see these type of things. And this is my personal experience. That's why I said I can't take away from the things she's experienced, because if she's in a nice area and the area she's in, all the black girls are acting like that, how can I sit here and correct her when that's what she sees? I don't like correcting people's experiences because we all look at people different. And I hate when people do that. But I will just say this. If my son does decide to date a black girl, which again, I wouldn't give a fuck if he does. I just want to make sure she's a stand-up woman. But I would do the same thing for every woman he comes encounter with. Any woman can lie. Any woman can manipulate. Any woman could put your son on child support. And any woman can do messed up stuff to him, put their hands on him. We see it all the time. And we've seen it with many races. How many times have I came on here and it was a white woman lying, a black woman lying, a Mexican woman lying. You see what I'm saying? So the whole racial thing where only black women do stuff doesn't make sense to me. But I will say this. I do believe that a lot of people have kids too young and they're raising their kids like their friends instead of their children. And I do see a lot of similarities in the black community with the way that women raise their kids, because a lot of them don't have fathers, or a lot of them, don't have help. But that doesn't mean not to take care of your kids. This is the reason why I moved around and I didn't want to be around those things no more, because when you're around shit like that, it makes you think everybody else is that way when it's really not that way. Like, y'all, I'm Mexican and black. My dad's black. I can be honest with you. My Mexican side is more crazy than my dad's side. My dad's side, all the black people on his side, they're all wealthy, rich, have money, take care of themselves. My Hispanic side, the total opposite. Don't get me wrong. There's some good people in my family, went to college, things like that, but it's not everybody. Most of my family on my dad's side is way better than my Mexican side. I hate to say it, but it's just true. So that's why I'm saying, in my opinion, I can't sit here and say that every black person is bad. Every black woman is out to get you. Every black woman is ghetto and stuff like that. Because here's a question for you guys. You follow me Half of you guys didn't even know I was mixed until I told you. A lot of you guys thought I was just black. Did you think I was ghetto when you met me? No. A lot of you guys go to my comment section. Tay, you're the most logical. I think you carry yourself so well. I like your content, Tay. See what I mean? So that's why I don't like saying every black woman's this and that. And you know what's crazy, y'all? I make so many videos talking about black women, and there's always some remedial dumb fuck in the comments saying, oh, every black woman. So I'm going to make sure every video now to cater to your fucking needs that it's not every black woman. Okay? Happy? There's no difference. You're still going to get mad at me talking about this topic. I'm so over. The only thing I will say, the black community, black women, not the black community, black women cannot handle criticism. That's why it's so hard to have conversations with you. A lot of you guys will get upset at me and go, oh, you're not black? I am. And that's why I'm saying something, because we're in the same community. No? Exactly. Makes no sense. Would you want to hear something from a different person? If a white person told you, you're going to say they're racist. But now if a black person tells you, you're upset at it. You see what I mean? Nobody can correct black women. So my question to you is, if you guys get mad at these takes, correct? Not mind what this woman is saying, because I seen the comment section to this. If you guys get so mad at the way this woman is talking about black women, then why don't a lot of you change? Give them something to admire instead of talk about. If you conduct yourself like an adult and not like a hoodlum, and that goes for every race, you're not going to have these problems. If they say black women are argumentative, ghetto, and ratchet, why do you decide to still act this way? I told you guys, I shared a video not too long ago. My homegirl Jazzy, she's calm, collective. She's more on the classy side. Girl drives a fucking Benz BMW. I don't even remember, but she drives a nice car, carries herself well, very calm, sweet. Those girls that jumped her, ratchet and ghetto. Popping off on her, Easter basket wigs, all different colors, looking like troll dolls. You see what I'm saying? There's two types of black women, the ghetto ones and then the sweet ones. But again, when you say this, you get upset, but you're the one carrying yourself like a rat, a hood rat. I don't understand it. How are you going to get mad at me for addressing stuff that you guys are doing? And then you can't even speak on anything. So if you don't want people to speak on you, why carry yourself that way? Maybe that question might help you change yourself. Instead of getting mad at the people that are correcting you, why don't you fix yourself? And if you guys get so upset at people not wanting to date you, then fix it. Black women are the #1 women that nobody want to date. We're the last to be picked on dating apps. Did you know that? Again, we're the ones that have the highest STD rates. I think it's the least to get married. Yeah, we might be the most educated, but I don't think street smart, you're the smartest. And it's showing. That's why I don't understand why you get mad at other people. It doesn't make you racist. It doesn't make you hate the black community. The last time I checked, when somebody cared about you, they would sit you down and have a conversation with you. When I was a kid and I was doing bad, my grandpa always sat me down and always told me stuff and always gave me big conversations and lectures. That's because that man cared about me more than anything. I never took it as he don't give a fuck about me. He don't like me. I always thought the people that didn't even try to talk to me and just let me do crazy shit never gave a fuck about me. So why when people come on these platforms and say stuff to you, maybe not the girl, I don't know that girl's content, but I care about black women. I think black women are great. I want black women to do better. There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. There's nothing wrong with being funny, and I don't care whether you're loud or not. I'm Mexican and black and I love being loud. I'm just a loud person. That's why I love Samoans so much. But I'm not saying that. Getting to the point. I just feel like black women should conduct themselves differently if they care so much how people perceive them. And if you don't care about that, then don't complain when everybody has a think piece about you. I don't get it. That's my whole point about this. So go ahead and write in the comments. And if you can answer that question, I would love to hear it. Anything else other than that, I'm not going to go reading your long paragraph about how I'm racist, how I'm fucking white passing, even though I'm Mexican and black. Oh my God. But I didn't say what she said in the video, y'all. I don't hate black people whatsoever. And my son is going to date whoever he wants. That's too much. I'm not policing who my son dates. That gives that boy mom energy, that weird shit.
Well, when she usually goes off. So she's pretty passionate. She's pretty passionate about what she's talking about a lot of times. But I do kind of agree with Taylor here. I don't think I'm going to teach my child, about if that's a white person, you can't date them, or if they're Hispanic or Asian or whatever, you can't date them. That's not really the way I'm going to go, to be honest. He was in the Bay Area. He was in the Bay Area, so maybe that has something to do with them kids acting a stone fool.
Hey, Karen. Mom, why your cheek hanging out? What? Don't, Cameron, don't stop that, please. Look at yourself.
Make your thing way up here.
Okay, well, your dad approved of it.
Yeah, but okay, I'll pull them down and I'm going out with your dad. Okay, so just chill, please, on me. Give me grace today. Can I get some grace today? Oh, that one down. All right, give me grace. Put that one down. Oh, okay. You need to go put up some pants. All right, thank you, thank you.
In defense of that young man, I can understand what he's saying. We grew up in the era where we took a picture at a party, we took a picture at a show, we took a picture at the club. We had to get that picture developed, or we had to get the Polaroid picture. You had to wave the picture for it to develop, and you passed that picture around, and maybe somebody saw it, somebody didn't. Now we're living in a digital era. Some of his friends can be online on social media and see his mom. Who wants to let your friends see your mom like that? Not saying that she's wrong. Obviously, she's going out with her husband. She's going out with, her friends. She's a grown woman. But that child is at an age where he understands that I don't want my mom out there like that. I don't want my mom, out there with her cheeks out, and I got my friends that can see that possibly, and I got to hear that. That can start a fight. That can start a whole lot of arguing. That can start a whole lot of, that ain't my friend no more because he's looking at my mom in a certain way. And look, man, as a young man growing up, them hormones are racing, and, you're looking at women in a different light because you're excited. You don't want nobody looking at your mom like that you hang out with. So I get it. I get it. But hell, I could be wrong. You tell me.
Honestly, I don't think I would want to look at I wouldn't ever in a million years want to see my mom looking like this. This ain't cute, man. Put a wrap on or something like that. If y'all going out, I don't want to see no pictures.
A man who's got his mind right does not want a woman who's always got her hand out, because a man loses the second he puts a woman over his purpose. So the woman he's dealing with has to be aligned with his purpose. She has to add to him, not take away.
So I want to show you guys, this is my little boyfriend at work.
Yo. You can't be doing that.
Why? Corey, don't lie just because the camera's out now. Corey doesn't want to be like put on blast or whatever, but yeah, it's my little work boo thing.
Don't play, man. Don't play, Corey. Hey, you know what you've been up to now.
Ladies, it's important to carry yourself like a wife before your husband even finds you. Let me break this down, because a lot of women want to be wives but still moving with no direction or convictions. You can't pray for a husband and live like you don't respect yourself. Carrying yourself like a wife is not about cooking for men. It's not about doing wife duties for boyfriends. It's about how you move when nobody is claiming you. A wife does not entertain everybody that wants access. A wife does not flirt with any little attention she gets. A wife does not move off every little emotion she feels when she's lonely. And this is where the problem is. Too many women think being chosen means being desired. No. Being chosen is about being trusted. Marriage is not built on vibes. It's built on character. If you cannot control your mouth now, marriage won't save you. And if you cannot control your body now, a ring won't suddenly give you discipline. And that's the truth. Carrying yourself like a wife means you do not need attention from every man who looks in your direction to feel valuable. You do not need validation to feel secure. You don't need a man to tell you who you are. You already know because of who you are in Christ and who he tells you to be. A wife knows how to pause instead of react. She knows how to leave situations that do not align, even when she likes the person. She knows how to sit in loneliness without filling it with confusion. And let's be honest, a lot of women want the benefits of marriage without the responsibility of it. They want provision, but not submission to God. They want protection, but don't even protect their own spirit. They want leadership, but don't even know how to be led. The Bible says a wise woman builds her house. That does not start with a man. That starts with discipline. How you dress when nobody is checking you. How you speak when you're emotional. How you move when temptation shows up. Marriage does not build character. It exposes it. So if you really want to be a wife one day, stop asking where he at and start asking, am I ready? Because the man you're praying for is not looking for potential chaos. He's looking for peace. And peace is a lifestyle. Carry yourself like a wife now, not to attract a man, but because you respect the assignment. And when the right man shows up, you won't have to audition for it. He'll recognize you because God does not miss.
Basically, just be feminine regardless of being with a man or not. He need to put me in my feminine. Just be feminine. Just be a woman. Just be what you are. Simple as that.